kick is in the air. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Young. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He now has 72 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter.
South Carolina, 7-1-0.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Working on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocked that one right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Oregon is currently ahead right now at Autzen Stadium, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Florida! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's up to 81 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes the offense. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position. Just looking for the end zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Gators racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback making checks.
Starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time, couple of plays into the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boys, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Pressure coming. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 10 over Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Young. Breaks into the open. Still on his feet. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the score. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. The run from the shotgun. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the first down run, here's second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Young. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Gamecocks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal. When you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You can tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble and gets the stop on 4th down.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. To throw, it's Jenkins. Bringing the heat. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. Fires to the right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Skips away from pressure. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. That's caught. It's Robinson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fires to the right. Rolls it in. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Finds his man. It's Robinson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They're dealing with a second and long. Handoff from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball play. Off-play action on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Finds a man on the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with those routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. He might want another play. To the air, it's Jenkins. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the Gators will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Got a man. It's Robinson. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw again. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Leaves it with the running back. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Clark. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Man, this slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Looking for his man. Finds his man open. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Slams it ahead. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the D deny them on second and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David. There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab at the 30. This defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. A big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Handoff to the lone back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And that's a wobbler, but it grazes its way over the crossbar. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clark. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Finds his man, it's Clark. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They just keep firing. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
That last incompletion brings up a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for the big play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your...
He's loose down the middle.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They want that clock to run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. On the move, it's Baxter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now they'll run the draw. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. And the Gators will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He gets a pickup of 6 before stepping out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
The Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.